Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is based off of a book by Roald Dahl, whatever his name is, called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Roald Dahl is also the creator of Matilda. I did look into this, and apparently Mr. Dahl did not like this movie as it deviated too far away from Charlie, who I guess was the central character, and basically added things he didn't want. I have not read the book. Don't plan on reading the book. This movie was great. Maybe that opinion would change if I read the book. I don't know. So it starts off with Willy Wonka announcing that he's going to be allowing 5 people into his factory via 5 golden tickets hidden in one of his Wonka bars, which apparently sets off a frenzy, which, what the hell? Man definitely made bank, though. That is for damn sure. Our main character is Charlie Buckets, who he lives with his mom and his 4 grandparents, who are all bedridden, while his mom and now Charlie basically work their asses off to keep all of them fed. He brings home a loaf of bread like it's the goddamn banquet, and he hands some of the money to his mom and another bit to his grandpa Joe so he can fund his nicotine addiction. Or, not tobacco. And this man's like, no, I'm gonna quit now. I'm quitting now. And I'm pretty sure the only reason he probably decided right then to quit, as he was probably ashamed that now his grandson would be the one funding his addiction. Also, these 4 bums have been in this bed, or at least Grandpa Joe has been in this bed for 20 goddamn years. What the hell, man? You bums. You absolute bums. I mean, I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't think at least Grandpa Joe for sure was a bum, because this man proceeded to walk around fine. Unless it's a goddamn miracle. This man has been pulling the long con. The other 3 the jury's still out on the other 3 though. But I ain't trusting them. I'm not trusting them. So we proceed to meet all the people who get the golden tickets. And we meet 4 absolutely awful children and their even worse parents. Because for every bad kid, there is almost definitely a bad parent. We meet Veruca Salt, Violet Beauregard, Augustus Gloop, and Mike TV. Those are their names, I believe. One guy forges a golden ticket. Side note, I'd just like to say, it's real goddamn suspicious that all 5 golden tickets were found by children. Or weird, at least. I guess they'd be the ones, most, especially since they'd be the ones least able to get chocolate bars. It'd be adults, with adult jobs and adult monies. Charlie ends up getting one, though, and hauls ass home, only to get stopped by, shit, I forgot his name. It's, Willy Wonka's competitor. His name slipped my mind, whatever. Who basically gets Charlie to get him an everlasting gobstopper, which is, Willy Wonka's new creation. Anyways. Charlie gets home and Grandpa Joe is miraculously cured. He can walk again. Are you telling me, he says 20 years. Are you telling me in the last 20 years your ass has not tried that? Are you shitting me? Anyway, so they go there and they all get into the factory and they proceed to sign a contract that Willy Wonka has them sign. And the adults are all kind of peeved that the children are signing it without reading it, but Grandpa Joe's over here like, we got nothing to lose. My sir, you do. You absolutely do. You're home. What? Your life. There is always something to be lost, my friend. There is always something to be... You always read the fine print. What? So, they get into this land where everything is edible, including a chocolate river, which Augustus Gloop, the glutton, proceeds to fall in while trying to drink it. He proceeds to get taken away. And I'm going to be honest. This movie has the greatest potential to be a horror flick. And considering we never see the children again, I'm now headcaning that in this movie, the Oompa Loompas are just offing these people. That's my headcanon. So, Augustus Gloop is taken away. The next to fall is Violet Beauregarde, who eats a piece of gum despite Willy Wonka being like, no, don't do that, don't eat that, you shouldn't eat that, and turns into a big blueberry. Grandpa Joe and Charlie proceed to steal some fizzy drink, which floats them up to the ceiling, but they get down by burping. I think this was one of the scenes that wasn't in the book that Mr. Dahl didn't like. I could be wrong, though. But even if it was in the book, this was one of the weird scenes that I just didn't really like. Because it kind of contrasts Charlie being this kind person throughout the movie. I guess even the kindest people have their faults, but it just kind of... The movie's trying to... I guess what I thought the movie was trying to show, that Charlie was different from the other children. But in this one, he's not really different. He's just different in the sense that he kind of got away with it. The next room is where these geese lay golden chocolate eggs. And I think this is another change, as in the book it was squirrels, which is in the movie from the Johnny Depp one. Veruca tries to get one of the golden eggs, or the goose, and she ends up sitting on the scale that decides if an egg is bad or good. And the scale decides that Veruca is a bad egg. I also love that throughout this movie, both Grandpa Joe and Willy Wonka are just throwing kind of shade at the children. So the next one is Mike TV. So they're taking this big chocolate bar and shrinking it down and putting it into a TV. And Mike tries to go in there. And he gets caught. And it ends with, like, Grandpa Joe going in and asking Willy Wonka, hey, that lifetime supply of chocolate that we promised, you know? And Willy Wonka's just like, yeah, you're not getting it. You broke the rules of the contract. You stole the Fizzing Whizbee. Whatever it was called. And Grandpa Joe gets mad, which, okay, understandably, I guess. But also at the same time, you're the one who said we had nothing to lose, okay? And Willy Wonka was in his... You signed the contract, okay? I'm kind of on Willy Wonka's side on this. And then Grandpa Joe's like, walking out, and he's like, that dude's gonna get his ever-loving gobstopper if he wants to. But Charlie's like, nah, that's not who I am. And proceeds to hand Mr. Wonka the everlasting gobstopper, which is like, makes him turn around and say, you passed the test. And he reveals, after corralling both Grandpa Joe and Charlie into the elevator, which shoots out the factory, he reveals to Charlie that this was a test to pass on the chocolate factory. Revealing that he can't give it to an adult, which basically kind of proves that, yeah, it was rigged for children. He has to give it to a child, as they wouldn't do it how he wants to run it. They'd run it the way they want to run it, which kind of makes it seem like, I don't know how long the grandpas and grannies and mom are long left to live. I'm pretty sure this Willy Wonka is I'm damn sure he's a serial killer, and there's not long left for them in this world. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It was nice. It was some of the musical numbers kind of fell flat for me though. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.